and it was tiring. I couldn't move the next day after that. No joke. And I had to go in and rehearse for the next fight sequence. And I was like, guys, I can't move. And then the stunt girl was like, I can't move either.
Ich würde gerne ein paar Bücher ausleihen. Komm.
Hi. Who out of the cast surprised you the most with being absolutely kick-ass?
I think all of them, because we challenged all of them. I mean, you have Michelle Yeoh, which might be the biggest action heroine of all time. And that comes with a certain responsibility, because I said, I don't want to put just guns in Michelle Yeoh's hand. That's not very rewarding. So we actually kept changing and working on the script according to our cast, not only on the action scenes. Obviously, once you realize, oh, wait, Angela Basset, wouldn't it be great if we give her hammers? Yes, let's try that. Michelle, okay, what about a chain? And then we invented the whole Mary Poppins kind of scene. So bringing in the cast and using their excitement and their experience was actually a big influence on the movie.
There was not one person that was disappointing in that area, actually. I knew Michelle Yeoh was totally kick-ass because of experience, but every one of these women blew my mind. I mean, it was so fun getting to watch other people do their action sequences and also to get to do the stuff that we got to do together. But I have to say, they kind of knew somewhere deep inside of us, there was some fighting genes.
Yeah, I don't know how they figured that out, but they did. You know, it's like I went to Berlin and it's like, wow, my tribe showed up, you know, my kind of people, my kind of actresses, my kind of performers, my kind of, you know, ladies, my kind of spirits. So yeah, just had a great time both on and off set. And like you say, everybody showed up.
We already hear in the trailer that there will be like some really cool and fun one-liners. So I wanted to ask of you, can you repeat your favorite one-liner from the movie? You don't have to give any context, just your favorite one-liner.
But you.
How about you, Carla?
Agatha Christie for reading.
Oh my God, that was so good. Awesome.
Oh gosh, I can't remember any of my lines.
Okay.
Oh, I've got one. All right, ready? Close your eyes, baby girl.
Yeah, I love that.
Dann besorgen wir dir mal ein gutes Buch.
Du brauchst eins von Jane Austen. Eins von Virginia Woolf.
Und eins von Agatha Christie. Zum Lesen.
Gunpowder Milkshake is full of action and kind of dark, yet there's some really dry humor in it. And I want to know, why do you think this is the perfect combination for the movie to work?
I think the movie and my inspiration starts from action heroes like Buster Keaton. And for me, violence in movies and comedy always went hand with hand. It's the physical aspect of it all. I mean, we are laughing because someone is slipping on a banana. Bad example, but it's a violent act. And there's also something a little bit cartoonish. You know, growing up, the movies you see as a kid are cartoons. And when you see those movies as a grown-up, you realize, wait a minute, these are extremely violent. But there's something cathartic about violence when it's on screen, because you're safe and you know you're going through a journey. And you get a little bit emotional because it's not just drama. It's not just an action movie. It's everything together.
Wir werden den Himmel auf sie herabregnen lassen.
Ich mache gleich ein bisschen Krach.
The movie has a really great soundtrack and score. I just saw and heard. And I'd like to know from you, what kind of music gets you all energetic and, you know, ready to fight the day?
Well, let's say this morning, you know, just getting ready to show up today, you know, I started off with some hip hop, which is interesting. I never would have gone that way, but I have a 15-year-old son who is really into that, you know, so I'm enjoying the poetry of it and, you know, listen to how he and his friends come up with the beats and all of that. So you know, the melding of the two. Sometimes I like the beat, not the lyrics. But if I can have a bit of both, you know, it gives me a type of energy. And then after a while, I have to turn that off and maybe put on some Spanish guitar, you know, from Cape Verde. And that sort of calms me down, you know, puts me in a chill, meditative space to get ready.
That's funny because I always have my husband always puts like we have a Carla morning playlist because I always like to also start a little mellow, you know, but to really get it going, like if I'm going to go to the gym or I really need, then I'm going to put like MIA or something on.
So every day I use music a lot when I'm driving into work to like really get in the zone. And I have like a whole playlist for my characters. And this one had a lot of classic rock. I really got into that. So I was listening to Back in Black by AC/DC quite a lot. And then also this composer called Stelvio Cipriani, just because Navot, the director, told me about his music and he would play that for me on set while I was walking around, and also the Good, the Bad and the Ugly soundtrack I listened to.
In the movie, you all look like you had such a blast filming all the action scenes because there's so much bloody action and you do this so well. I mean, you have the experience, of course, because you did that so often. But how was it for you? How much of it did you do actually on your own and how exhausting was it?
So I did a lot. I don't know if people know this, but like basically actors have to do a version of all of their fights. And then they also do a version with the stunt double and then they pick and mix them, sort of thing. For this movie, the director was adamant that he wanted us doing as much as possible. He wanted to show our faces. And for the first fight sequence, he wanted the first piece of the first sequence to be all one take in a wide shot with just the actors. And so that was a huge challenge because we knew that we needed it to be really good because it's the first time you see my character fight, but it was just the actors, no stunt doubles. And so we worked really hard and it was tiring. I couldn't move the next day after that. No joke. And I had to go in and rehearse for the next fight sequence. And I was like, guys, I can't move. And then the stunt girl was like, I can't move either.
Oh my, but you did it. You did it really well.
Sam, deine Talente werden gebraucht.
I read some comments online that some people fear the movie might be too feminist and said maybe it's not fun because, you know, you have all these strong females and the movie tries to be so feminist and so it can't be fun. In your own words, I don't think it is like that because I saw the movie and it's absolutely not like that. But in your own words, how does the movie find the balance between showing a feminist side yet still be, you know, the kick-ass entertaining movie it is?
I think this movie is a feminist movie, but I don't think it would take away the enjoyment of men. I'm a man. I can be a man and a feminist. I can be rooting for these women in their journey. This, you know, I don't think there's a conflict. And I think people who like action movies, who like Westerns, who like film noirs. I mean, we all grew up on strong heroine characters. So I grew up on all these feminist movies. And I think this is a feminist movie, and you know, and I think men should enjoy it. And I don't think men would be intimidated by that. I think they would enjoy the journey and they would feel the characters' journey and their emotion to each other.
Well, if these characters were men, say that, by the way. Do you know what I mean? There wouldn't be a term it's too macho or it's too, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in a way, the story works absolutely independent of being women, except for the fact that what is really beautiful and completely relatable and you know is this lineage of women. But the story itself is a badass action movie. So I think again, people always want to kind of sort of define something as one thing.
Last fun question. What's your favorite milkshake?
Strawberry, all the way.
Awesome. Love it. Thank you so much. These were all my questions.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day and the movie's really great.
Thank you so much.
Bist du eine Serienkillerin?
Was?
Du bringst Menschen um.
Ja,
Und wenn du mehr als einen umbringst, ist das eine Serie.
etwas komplizierter ist es schon.